So, uh, we have somehow made it past mile marker 20 and 24. Still limping this old jalopy down whatever road this is, despite the worst efforts of the toxic Avengers ass wrestling for control of the steering wheel. I don't know. Somehow, like, who ever thought that this could happen to us thrice? But like, somehow the corporate command center in the Democratic Party, and what a party, has once again saddled us with just about the only half of this shit sandwich that could really make just too many decide that if they gotta pick one, they're gonna maybe bite the tear-up side of this poo hoagie. Maybe I'll have the salad. But hey, look, it's always a good bet that any minute now that Joe Biden, aka ghost of Xmas past, might just not be able to fake being alive at all anymore. And they'll have to run something else. I imagine I'll probably take it, whatever it is. Well, what do we get? Ronald McDonald? Okay. Right. So, what? Too dark right out of the gate there? Shit. Well, I'm sorry. Look, I just don't know if it's a good idea to introduce any good news at this stage. It could be too much of a shock to the system. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, we're all getting pretty good at, like, handling even more horror and betrayal, our daily dosage, like it's just the weather, but then fucking, like Julian Assange on the loose, picking up his little golden dragon lawyer wifey. It's ruined me for the whole day. Of course, my toxic masculinity won't let like a tear actually fall out of my face, but I'm pulling my eyes out on the inside, and so I'm just welled up and I can't see a damn thing. Oh God. Anyway, I'm a damn mess. We're all a damn, but it is nice to see journalism get a stay of execution, right? Yay! Yay!
That would be your cue.
Is she really good? Okay. I'm screwed. I on stage, lit up and mic'd, and now obliged to tickle you poor wretches out of the high tension, dread and denial. You've been mixing like pills and vodka for years now. Now I knew stand-up was I knew stand-up was gonna be a hard gig, even back in this like ultimate monster truck of a disposable culture, even back when the like hell-bent Jack Sox driving this thing straight for the cliff edge, at least tried to pretend that wasn't the whole plan, playing it off like sensible decision making was a joke mine, if nothing else. Yeah, but now, like, all pretense is gone. There's all real effort at it now that the two-headed septic infection that ate what passed for democracy strolls above us like unashamed, like a naked giant from one of Francisco de Goya's final paintings. Whether it's billowing fascism from its Republican head, informant slaves get trees. That's over on this side. Or from its Democrat head, frothy to auction off the last of the soil, water, and air. Like everything must go fire sale. And I'm supposed to find jokes for you in the farted thunder showers of tumor spores settling everywhere in its wake, sprouting little boulders and blinking. I think I'm just reduced. All right. Oh, this is killing me. All right. So there's just nothing left between the lines of like one head promising door-to-door callings and the other, promising nothing but more of the same. Mandatory marching to mass extinction, except for all the bombs that Israel's maddest dogs can place orders for. I think I'm riling some Democrats. I'm sorry. Hey, look. Let me make it up to you by saying that the Joe Biden head looks great in drag. He was getting pretty haggard, but the Kamala makeup and the wig takes off decades. Come on, look, I didn't even have to write that. She told us herself. Remember? She was like, "Oh, I am just the same old Joe Biden. Not shit is gonna change." Except I read the prompter great, and you will get much more fashionable identity politics. But I still think that all I gotta do is not be the other head. Ow! Really? Is that it? That's all you're gonna run on again? Okay, but then why has it gotta be you? Because, almost everybody on the planet except him is at least as qualified as you are to not be him, and you appear to share an ass. So, no, the bulbers blinking. I don't see how I can vote for either of the smiling lion baby torturers. Whoa, don't say that! Don't get them wagging their fingers too late! How dare you! Civic duty, founding fathers! You're what's the matter with everybody? People die! They because you won't vote! Whoa, I didn't say I won't vote. Hey, put that thing away. Nobody needs to get whacked here. Okay, no, look, what I'm saying is I always go down to the polls, stagger into the booth, snarling drunk, and biting my hand as it fills in the bubble of my enemy. And then I voted sticker crashing out the door to throw up on the bullshit Sierra Club guy that's tricking most of Asheville into voting for the mayor's corporate developer landlord dream team again. And then lurch off into the night barking at dogs. What are you talking about? How can you vote but not for either head? Well, I vote against. I know it's a subtle distinction, but it keeps me sane and it helps me, all right? And if the only way I can still vote against is to fill in the other goddamn bubble, I fucking do it. Just to stop just to stop the one with stage 4 rabies from stomping the pedal all the way down to launch us off the cliff as fast as possible. And Team Joe Biden is driving us straight for the same cliff, but not as fast. Just about 7 to 9 miles over the speed. Without waking up to the orange hangover again. So I pick vote against him. Which is not to be mistaken for voting for her, but Dick Hole Cheney is voting for her. She suits him fine. Oh, wow. Yes. He wants more time, I understand. Look, there's campaign slogan should be, Harris Waltz probably won't get us all killed quite as fast. Okay. Sure. All right, but Dick Hole Cheney is still down in his nuclear missile silo fort a mile under the desert. That's real. You can look it up. Old Vice President Dick is super villain as shit. He eats 2 Big Macs a meal. That's real too. You can ask him, he's proud about it. It's his food. So he harvests a live, fresh 16-year-old boy heart every couple of years for a transplant. Feels great! Okay, that part is just probably fucking true! And he's almost definitely got... What? Really? This thing doesn't even work. I can't work under these conditions. Alright, so, and he's almost definitely got the silo minions down there building him a giant robot body to put his brain in when the brittle bones and flab finally just slough off from around it. It's got a huge robo-schlong like he always wanted so badly that we couldn't just call him Richie. That can pee his name into the Capitol Rotunda or Mount Rushmore just like he was melting snow. And then Godzilla off a thunder rampage across the city and stopping the polls to vote Democrat because that Skeletor wants more time because he's got mad plans. What do we got? Not shit. Still? She's gonna cut my mic, isn't she? All right. I'll be back. Of course, I try to argue, as I'm sure you would, that at this stage, the crazy people are the ones not screaming, right? But maybe you should go give them a wellness check, right? The wellness check, it's like, how's your mental health? Are you okay? Not screaming, must be crazy. Okay, sorry, that's my understanding. Wellness check. Yeah, so if we're freaking out, it's because it's the sane response to, having to stare down the world-eating horsemen of the corporate apocalypse every freaking day anymore, and waiting to vote between the hair-sniffing geezer that is, arming and catering human extermination hell on earth, and the orange rapey geezer that's saying, why stop in Palestine? Oh, wow, what a choice. We don't want to laugh about that at all, do we? Okay, but they say he only wants to be a dictator the first day. Now, it's not so much to ask. So I guess the second day we'd have to, come up with a different word for it because, every dictator says that. You can't stop being a dictator. You have to arrest yourself for all the crimes against nature, humanity, God, and planet that you were being a dictator to commit. I'm sorry, does dictator mean anything else to Vladimir Putin can't just be like, I drank mushroom tea last night and realized error of my ways. I won't be dictator anymore. No, you're locked in, man. You have to, pretty much you gotta be stopped.